So I like to put some background music so it won't be so boring. Okay, anyway, we have finished with Taurus and now we move on to Gemini. Right. Alright, Gemini, what does the rest of the month of March 2019 have in store for Gemini? What's the message for Gemini? Message for Gemini for the rest of March. What does Gemini have to know for the rest of March 2019? What is the rest of the month message for Gemini? Right, what does Gemini need to know for the month of March? Okay. King of Coins. Right, so let's see. Okay, so I think for Gemini, you need to be more, I think this means that you need to be more earthly. So I think Gemini, the problem with Gemini is that they are they have issues with concentrating on one thing at a time. So I know that there are a lot of Geminis who want to do this and that and this and that, and they are easily kind of distracted. Maybe not all Geminis, but sometimes they get easily bored and they move on from one activity to another. So I think this month you need to really focus on what is most important and really get organized. Get organized in your issues and in your assignment or about home affairs. Just get organized. Put things together. So if I can just focus, so use all the, so don't just move from one task to another, but get one task done first. So this is the, look at the hourglass here. Yeah, come on, focus. Look at the hourglass here. So just set a deadline, set a schedule. So and just engage all your tools to get things done, one thing at a time. And yeah, just basically just put a structure in your activities. Don't just do things without a proper structure and like doing things on a whim. So your background card is Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is also easily bored, like they set on adventure and then they get easily distracted with another new adventure. So Gemini, don't be like that. Get organized, get structured. Your shadow card is the Four of Wands. So just build a strong foundation first for what you are doing. So if you have several projects, just finish the foundation for one project first, get it done, get established, and then move on to the next. Be structured. Okay, so that's the message for Gemini. And then now we move on to, I think it's Cancer. I cannot remember the order of, yes, it's Cancer. Right, so Cancer, what's the message for our lovely Cancer for the rest of the month? What is the message for our lovely Cancer for the rest of this month? What is the message for our lovely Cancer for the rest of the month of March? What do Cancerians need to pay attention to? What do Cancers need to pay attention to for the rest of the month of March? Right. Page of Coins. Okay, why does all the why do all the cards seems to be all coins today? So Page of Coins is about starting starting a new project or endeavor. So coins is about a project, about the material stuff. So I guess this means that Cancer, maybe something exciting is coming your way for the rest of the rest of March, and you need to okay, so Cancer is usually quite can be really emotional, emo sometimes, and maybe they kind of when offered a project, they probably think about whether I'm going to like it, or maybe oh, I don't really feel want to take it because it's not to my liking or whatever. But just give it a try, and just learn to just think of it as a new hobby or something. Just approach it from a place of curiosity. Okay, so Cancer, if you don't really feel like taking a project you have been offered to, or opportunities, or maybe you are being invited to some events but you don't really feel like it, you want to hold up at home, just consider going, and like think of it this way. I mean, you have nothing to lose. I mean, if you don't like it, then next time just don't go, but just give it a try, because you never know when something exciting will come up. And just approach it from the place of fun. Okay, it's just think of it as a new hobby, or something curious, that something new that you want to try. So your shadow card is right, this is very interesting. Your shadow card is the Lovers. So I think the Lovers is about choice, about doing about following your higher self, following your intuition, or your that little voice in your heart saying which is the right way to go. So Cancer, if you just make sure that if you have been offered something new and you don't really feel like it, don't let your emotion decide for you. Okay, just this Lovers also about marrying your heart and your head. So just try to try not to judge from your emotion, and just give new things a try, because you never know when it's going to lead you to your next patient, or to your next lover, or whatever. Okay, so just give new things a try. Don't be so too much in your head, or too much in your emotion. Right, so now we are moving to Leo. Right, Leo, what's in store? Oops. Alright, we're going to see if that card comes up again later. So what will be in store for Leo in the rest of March? What is the message? What is the message for Leo for the rest of March 2019? What is the message for Leo? What is the message for the sign of Leo for the rest of March? Wow, the tower. Okay, Leo, don't be don't get panic yet, because the tower is the most misunderstood card in the tarot community. Not tarot community, but yeah, basically it's the most misunderstood card. Okay, this seems like very chaos, so it could be a literal chaos. I mean, maybe you want to get things done, but everybody around you is panicking, and they cannot, I mean, with tax season and everything, maybe it's hard for them to keep with the deadline with their works, and maybe they got overloaded, and then you probably, I think this is you probably got very upset with how things are unraveling around you, and you think like, oh, how can anybody, why nobody can do anything right. So yeah, don't be so harsh, because this is probably maybe this month of March is a bit chaotic for everybody, and everybody is kind of yeah, basically there's maybe there are some restructuring in the companies, or maybe your family is being beset by issues or problems. So this is for you as well. You have to change your way of thinking about things. This man here, he can only focus on the chaos, and how he cannot get his people or his family to do everything the way he wants it to be. But if you be more understanding, try to be more understanding, Leo, of the situation around you. Don't just focus on, don't get so caught up in your passion or in your fire that you make everybody around you nervous or panic, or unsettle them. And most importantly, don't be harsh on them, because don't let your passion, your fire, your focus make you burn everybody around you. So try to understand how frustrated they are, how try to see them as humans and not as tools to achieve what you want. So you have to change yourself. If you can be more understanding to these people, more sympathetic, and if you can kind of guide them to achieve a common goal, then it will be this situation will be reversed. So this tower here is a call for you to change, to try to be more sympathetic toward other, and not just focusing on your personal goal. So consider that, because it's going to be far more productive if everybody work together, and yeah, if you can cooperate with everybody. So yes, your shadow card is the Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands is like usually they just there's a fire there, so usually they just want everything to be done very quickly, bang bang bang, and they don't care about everybody around them. So learn to learn to put yourself in everybody's shoes, okay, Leo? So That's for Leo, and now we move on to Virgo, which is my sun sign. Alright, Virgo, August. Alright, so what is the message for Virgos and for myself for the rest of March 2019? What is the message to Virgo? What does Virgo need to know for the rest of March 2019? What does Virgo need to know for the rest of the month? What is the message for all Virgos everywhere for the rest of March 2019? Let's see. What does Virgo need to know for the rest of March? Alright, 10 of Wands. Okay, honestly, I think this card speaks to me at the moment because it feels to me like I am carrying everybody's burden. Like they have their own goals, and they kind of count on me to achieve their goals, to do their goals for them. And I think that's because, I don't know, but maybe it's just me, but I think because Virgos are nice and approachable and always make sure that their tasks are done to perfection and to everybody's satisfaction. That's why everybody approached the poor Virgo to do everything for them. So I guess this means that Virgo needs to be less perfectionist and learn to establish their boundaries. So not to carry everybody's burdens which are not theirs to begin with. So yeah, you see how many things this guy has to do, and this is maybe his own work. He already has so much to do, but he still carries everybody else's burden. So Virgo, learn to establish your boundaries, and whatever does not belong to you, just return it to the people responsible for it. Delegate your tasks, and most importantly, don't strive too much for perfection. Just strive for efficiency, effectiveness. So that's the message for Virgo and for myself for this month of March. Yes, 3 of Swords. So I think for Virgos, for my, especially for me, particularly for me, it's hard sometimes for me to say no, because I don't like conflicts. I don't like confrontation. But in this case, I need to do it. I need to establish boundaries. I need to firmly say no to people. No, that's enough. That's not my job. That's not my responsibility to begin with. That is yours. I have my own task to do. I have my own task to do. And I have to do the unpleasant thing of saying things to people that they won't like, in order to establish my boundaries, in order to to protect myself. And it's going to hurt. It's going to, I mean, people probably is going to say things to you, but yeah, it's necessary. It's very necessary, so that you will not be used by people. So that's the message for Virgo this month. And then we move to Libra, which is my moon sign. Right, Libra, what's the message for Libra for the rest of the month, for the rest of this month? What do Libras need to know for the rest of March 2019? What do Libras need to know for the rest of the month? What's the message for Libra for the rest of March 2019? Right, the devil. So I think for Libra, because maybe you it's like this devil here, it can be anything. I mean, it can be the desire to please people. It can be the reluctance to leave your comfort zone. It can also be a feeling of low self-confidence, like the devil will deceive you, saying that you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that, that if you do that, you will, if you move to another job, you will fail, you will not be able to take it, just stay here, stay in your comfort zone. So basically it's what your, I think this is your ego speaking. So you are being enslaved by your own ego, and because of that you choose to stay in a place that actually does not serve your growth, because you feel that that is the place you feel safer. So maybe you have been avoiding to make a hard decision. Maybe you decide to stay in the workplace that's probably comfortable for you but not good for your growth. Maybe you choose to stay in a codependency, like you choose to stay in an unhealthy relationship because you feel that you cannot live without the other person. So that's the many faces of the devil. And Libra, you need to be you need to see the situation for what it really is. So so you have to regain your power. So the devil here, these people are not chained, but they are naked. They are naked because they feel like they have no worth at all in the face of the devil. So anything that makes you feel that you are unworthy without them, like maybe your job, maybe your relationship, maybe your partner, maybe your money, or anything that makes you feel like without them you are nothing, that without them you are naked, you have to leave them immediately, because otherwise it will only get worse. It will be like drugs or booze. One day they will kill you. So everything that makes you dependent on them, you have to leave them. This is a warning. So Libra, please consider that. Sorry, gets a bit serious, but devil is a serious card. On one hand, sometimes you have to engage the power of the devil to be more practical and more attuned to your sensual passion. But I think the devil here is more about unhealthy dependence on something. So just regain your power, regain control of your own life, and yeah, don't let anything get to you, that don't let anything make you believe that without your spouse or without your a job or without the money, that you are nothing. Don't believe that. You have your own worth. Regain your worth and regain your control. So we have the word here as your shadow card, which means that something is ending for you. Something has served its purpose and you need to begin another chapter. Or maybe this can also mean that this is everything you are, but which you don't see here because of your ego, and which is the devil kind of. Your ego does not want you to try new things because it doesn't want to be humiliated, and you need to find it, rediscover everything that you are. You are whole, you are worthy, you are powerful, and don't for 1 second believe that you need all these things, you need the devil, whatever it is that you are attached to, that without them you cannot survive. Don't ever think of that, because you are the world, you have everything. Okay, right, so now we move on to, this has been going on longer than I expected, Scorpio. All right, what is the message for Scorpio for the rest of the month of March? What is the message for the sign of Scorpio? Okay, let's see.